Hello everyone, I welcome you to Daily Thought Commentary today. Our topic today is the burden of prayer. The burden of prayer. Our key verse is Nehemiah chapter 1 verse 5. And it says, "And said, I beseech thee, O Lord God of heaven, the great and terrible God, that keepeth covenant and mercy for them that love him and observe his commandments." Nehemiah chapter 1 verse 5. Our thought for today is, to succeed, prayer must affect the heart before it ascends to God. To succeed, prayer must affect the heart before it ascends to God. From our text today, we learned about the burden of Nehemiah and how after he has heard the calamity that have befallen his people, how he prayed with the burden that he received. But today, there is one power I know. It is the power of prayer. And there is one frustration I know. It is the frustration of living a life full of challenges, but you cannot pray. You cannot pray not because you don't want to pray or you don't love to pray, but you cannot pray because you have not received the grace to pray. Beloved, a life without burden is not a normal life, and a life without prayer is a defeated life. But why can't men pray? Why can't men who have a desire to pray? Sometimes it is because even though they have a desire to pray, they cannot pray because they have caged themselves in sin. Nothing can prevent a man who has a burden to pray from praying, if not of his own sins. Nothing can stop a man who has a burden to pray from praying, if not that he has done things he does not want to come out clean and confess. Listen, if you live in sin, you cannot pray. And if your conscience is condemned, you cannot pray. Because a man who really prays cannot sin. And a man who lives in sin cannot pray. However, to succeed in anything you are doing, you must pray. But no matter how long you pray, you haven't prayed if your prayer does not affect your heart and changes you. It is not enough to pray, to shout, and make noise in public prayer meetings. But before you pray, make sure you are free from sin. Because to succeed, prayer must affect the heart before it ascends to God. Your prayers cannot make any difference if it never affects your own heart. This is the end of our Daily Thought Commentary today. Thank you for joining us today. God bless you and see you tomorrow.